You take my breath away. Just can't wait to get back home to you. We can do what lovers do. Oh, I love the way I feel when you're around. It makes my day. You make me feel so proud. You inspire me to be young and free. And I hope we never change.
Slap.
Yo.
That goes for the intro of the year, the decade. It's going to always be the intro of everything.
You said the year, the decade.
It's always going to be the intro, bro.
Everything, huh?
Good evening. Good evening. What's happening, sir?
Ain't nothing, man. Just chilling.
Welcome to the Sunday edition of Let's Talk. We're gonna be a little serious tonight. We still gonna be us, but we need to talk about some real things tonight. What's going on with you?
Nothing much, man. Just trying to set this thing up.
How was the weekend?
Weekend was good, chilling with the kids. You know, the usual.
I did absolutely nothing.
That's good for you, bro.
You understand me? Nothing. This is the first time in a long time that I kind of just sat and did nothing. I walked into church this morning and Glory was like this. Slim, you look well rested. I was like, did you have no idea?
Hey, man, a lot of people need that. A lot of people need that right about now.
I need to sit still and just don't do a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Did I go anywhere Friday? I don't even think I did.
How about Saturday? You didn't go nowhere.
Oh no. Supposed to go to the wine fest.
Right.
Did not do that. That was from my understanding, a total disaster.
Well, we're not gonna add to the negative reports of that because we ain't had nothing to do with that. We don't want to get in trouble for spewing out negativity. What you think?
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
You know, they had their event. It went the way it went, and let the people who went say what they gotta say.
Yeah, let's do it that way.
There you go.
We'll let them talk about it. So
What'd you say?
Somebody just sent me a video and want me to look at it real quick. We're getting all this stuff before we start.
It is officially big man season, cuffing season, fat boy season, whatever you want to call it. That season is officially here now.
Grab you a big boy, big man. Grab you somebody to hold on to.
Oh man, we big teddy bears are here.
No.
We got Winnie the Pooh right here.
Don't do that. No. We've had the conversation about Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh is the only teddy bear. So we're not gonna do this.
You already started. You can't start it and stop.
I used to rock with Winnie the Pooh. Me and Winnie the Pooh, I used to have a teddy bear that rode around in the front seat of my truck. I had a Ford Explorer, black Joker, beige interior, with a Winnie the Pooh teddy bear right in the front seat with the
smack in the front seat.
Smack. The ladies was loving it. He's so cute. Da, da, da. I was like, yes. That was my chick magnet.
Oh, Winnie.
And then somebody had to spoil the entire movement of Winnie the Pooh for me. I pull up at the club. I'm sitting there, Winnie the Pooh, he shotgun, and then one of the bouncers be like this. I'm trying to understand why you have a bear in the front seat of your truck
Right.
that wears a halter top and no pants. You have a
And you got to ride shotgun with the
and you got a
seatbelt on.
ride a shotgun in your front seat. How is it that you have a halter top wearing bear with no pants in your front seat? So that just completely ruined my whole entire look at Winnie the Pooh. So we're not going to. And I like Winnie the Pooh. He was a good dude. But I just, and he hangs with the, and then he just added insult to injury. He was like, and he hangs with the little pink bear. I was like, this, come on, bro.
Piglet. He hangs with Piglet.
Piglet. I said, this, you're going way overboard with this. You're not going to do this to me. You're not going to do this to me. You're not going to ruin my moment with the chick man riding the front seat. I will not allow you to do that.
Winnie the Pooh. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You have the story of Winnie the Pooh, best told by
Mr. Red.
Billy Red himself. His own personal story. He could have his own comic book series of Big Red and Winnie the Pooh.
It would be tragic though, dude.
It would end tragically. But all the love and attention he was getting prior to that, it would be
then I got mad, came home, took him out the front seat and threw him in the back of the garage.
Threw him in the back.
Joker was in the back of that Joker getting dust mites and everything on him.
Oh my
God.
God.
I was like this. Me and Winnie the Pooh, we got part ways. We got go. I can't have you riding shotgun in the truck no more.
Oh
Matter
my
of fact,
God.
I'm gonna buy a new truck, new vehicle, no more teddy bears. And that was it.
All right, roll call. Let's see what we got up in here. We got. Let me get you up off the way to the Pooh, Joe. Yeah,
Yes,
I'm gonna save you real quick. Good old Winnie. Anyway, we got Nicole Joyner. What's up? Victoria, Great Lakes. We got T. Will, Felicia Phelps, Sharon. What's up, Sharon Nolan Bell? We got Miss Tabitha up in here. Carmelita Washington here. What's going on, Carmelita? We got Yolanda in here. Denise Nichols, Renee, our resident biologist. We got Natalie in here. Nicole Solomon, Denise. I already said her. Pastor Sherelle. No, I'm kidding. Sherelle, we got her up in here. Ben Conti, Melly Mel.
What's up, Ben?
What's up, everybody? I'm glad everybody
You read that
came to join
entire
us.
list, and you read one guy's name.
Uno.
All these big dudes in here, and it's all women.
Except for Ben Conti.
Except
and
for
me and you.
And me and you. Ben.
That's all right, though, because we're going to hold it down. Is that right, Ben?
Me, you, and Ben. We in the building. Shit, that's how we doing.
We're going to hold it down, Ben. Don't leave us, man. Stay with us the whole time. That's the three of us hold it down until Fat Boy Slim Chris come in.
Yeah, we don't know where Slim Boy at. Where the Rucker at too, man.
Yeah, where Rucker at, man?
I ain't seen Rucker in a minute. That's the 6'9", 400-pound Terminator. That dude is just if he played on somebody's football team, Slim, everybody going there.
Ben said the ladies want us to give them some knowledge.
So, look at it this way. We're knowledgeable gentlemen. What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm good with that.
Absolutely.
So look, I got a few things that we need to talk about before we get into the whole topic tonight, which the topic tonight is mental health. So in case y'all didn't read and y'all did not see, that's what we're going to talk about this evening. So if any of you all have somebody in your family who is suffering from it, who has gone through it, or even if it's you and you gone through it and you got some issues or problems with it and you want to share with us and you want to talk about it, then let us know. Rucker in the building. Look at that. We don't talk them up. Now we have 2 people in here with us.
Chris,
Then
where Chris at? I don't see him on here.
Rucker just joined. So
did Pat. What's up, Pat?
There's a lot. There's 2 things. It's broadcast on my page. It's broadcast on the BMU page, and it's broadcast on
my page.
Your page, and it's broadcast on YouTube. So it's important that if y'all gonna send a message, make sure you put your name with the message so we can see.
What's up, Gloria? How you doing? Happy Sunday to you too. Go LA Rams. The 49ers are not looking good right now.
We're not going to talk football.
Man, we ain't going to talk about football today, man. Today is not a good day to talk about football.
There will be no football chit chatter tonight.
Please, none whatsoever. No.
So look, I got a few things to tell y'all. I posted earlier today that make sure I read all this right because I don't want to make no mistakes. So y'all just
you don't want comedy to get mad at you. Second play. Go ahead.
It's a few people here.
Right.
I got stuff that I got to say. So let me make sure I say it right. There is going to be a pop-up next weekend, October the 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
And our own Carmelita Washington is going to be a part of it. She is one of our mixologists when it comes to the good alcohol. She is our local and vicious bartenders, and she be making the good drinks. But she's also a traveling bartender, and she has a pop-up that's coming up. I posted it in the group so you guys can see it. Make sure y'all come check her out. If you got any information or if you got any, questions about it or whatever, you can inbox me or you can inbox her. It's Carmelita Washington. Like I said, she's in the group and y'all can check it out and she'll, let you know what's going on. Also, if y'all need her for any events or whatever, she's available for that as well. The second thing is we have an event that's coming up and it is going to be in February, but I want to put it out here now and let y'all know. We made a comment about it last week as far as what we wanted to do about the whole entire, everybody had comments and concerns about us not, having conversations about sex, this, that, and the other thing. So in light of that, we've had a few people reach out and we've had a few sponsors reach out and they have given us an opportunity to work with working with Face Chapter number 108 Order of Eastern Star, and we got a few things that we're gonna be doing with them. Like I said, we got a sponsor that's gonna come in and help us out, but we're gonna be doing a thing called Faith Soap and Love Project, and it's pretty much basically like a pillow talk type thing. And we're going to have this whole entire forum where we're going to invite everybody to come through. It's going to be broadcast live from a particular place. And everybody can come. It's going to be drinks. It's going to be food. And we're going to sit around and we're going to have a few people come in and talk. And we're going to have a whole conversation that everybody wants us to talk about here. And we're going to talk about it there. And we're going to broadcast it. So that's something that we're working on. But it's you guys who reached out and said that y'all wanted to talk about these things, and some people heard it and they want to pretty much basically jump behind us and do it. So it's going to happen. It's in 2022. It's on that calendar. As far as the calendar for 2022, we did not have the participation that we wanted. I wanted to put some of the guys in a calendar and put one together, and I'm still trying to put something together and figure it out. The issue and the problem that I have is I need to get consent from a lot of the people before I put it in there, because I just don't want to be gangster with it and be like this. Oh, no, you going to the calendar. I don't care what you say. I can't do that. So I'm still waiting for a lot of them to get back to me and say it's okay for me to put them in. Once I do that, I will put it up so you guys can go ahead and purchase it. There was the Wine Fest this weekend. I don't know if there's anybody that's in the group right now who went to the Wine Fest who's watching, but if you are, please leave your comments and let us know how it was. I did not attend, bought a ticket, did not go. I did see some pictures and videos, and it was not as organized as I thought it was going to be, but I'm not going to be negative. I will let you guys tell us if you all went. Outside of that, I'm not sure if Andrea's going to join us tonight. I'm going to send her a message and see if she wants to, but I think she wants to be a part of the topic as well. And other than that, and the other thing too, what was the chapter that I was telling y'all about? Got so much more I gotta remember. Bruh. I'm set to start writing all this down. So I posted something up about collecting things for the Eastern Star chapter. And it's still time to do it. We have until the end of the month. If we can't get enough stuff, we're going to extend it. But we're still looking for like laundry detergent, fabric softener, deodorant for women, and men, toothpaste, soap, those type of things. So if anybody wants to donate, like I said, it's posted in the group. I'm gonna put it in the group, and I'm gonna put it on my page. And Rose, I'm gonna tag you in it so it could be on yours as well. Alma is the one who's running this whole entire thing, her organization. So she reached out for help from not just from our organization, but from everybody. So if anybody wants to be a part of it, if there's anybody who's a part of that fraternity of love and family, I'm gonna put that out there. You need to reach out. Y'all need help. But we definitely need to do that as well. What else? I talked about that. And that's it. I think I don't covered everybody. I think I'm good on it. You got anything?
No, I mean, the one thing I was going to talk about, you already talked about with Carmelita. But
the pop-up, yeah.
Yeah, the pop-up, but that was it.
And other than that, I think that is it.
Oh. The joint I told you about.
Wait a minute, here come Mr. Jones.
Well, why he coming on? Well, I know y'all seen in the group this comedian that I popped in there named Snacks. His real name is Cam. I added him to the group, and I'm friends with him on Facebook. Funny dude. He's giving out tips on how to handle a big guy and all this other crap, man. But he funny as I don't know what. So I got him in the group. And I reached out to him to see if he'll allow me to interview him and stuff like that, so that we could rap on a Tuesday. He's gonna let me know, and I'm gonna have a more in-depth conversation with him about all that. So we'll see what happens, and then I'll put out there and let y'all know which Tuesday that's gonna happen. That we're gonna have the fun show with Mr. Snacks, aka Cam, up in the group.
That should be funny too.
It's gonna be hilarious. Looking forward to that joint. Oh, that's what we doing, Chris. We going with Cowboys up there for real. Here we go.
Yeah. Ain't nothing to go on. Y'all gotta get y'all shit together, man.
Here we go. Y'all play the mob. We gonna see what Philly gonna do with y'all tomorrow.
First of all, they ain't got no motherfucking defense.
Neither do y'all.
But we got a hella fat offense. We got a hella fat offense.
No cuss.
We got a hella fat offense, cool.
All right, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see tomorrow night.
Not gonna do that.
What we not gonna do, man?
Hey Chris, how you?
Yeah, nigga, that's the first thing you should have said.
Well, you should have said it when you came in. You know,
let me tell you something,
you
man.
need a hug, man. You do.
I
need a hug.
Hey, let me tell you something. Hold on. Let me tell you what happened.
Let me tell you.
Good.
I pulled up to the job, right? I come in here. I hate these. Oh my God. Oh, I ain't gonna get it. I pulled up to the job. I'm smoking me a cigar. Joe damn near ain't even smoking all the way down. I ain't nowhere near close. It's almost damn near brand new. I don't like that shit. I don't like that cigar smell in my car. So I left the cigar out on my windshield wiper blade.
It was still lit.
Gone.
Somebody came
gone.
and took your cigar?
Somebody took it off my windshield wiper blade.
A smoked cigar.
That
A
is
smoked
press.
cigar.
That's
A
press.
cigar that's already smoked.
You was on Alabama Avenue?
I'm just leaving this joint. But let me tell you what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna give me some iodine, that Visine.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna soak that joint. I'm gonna put that joint right out there. Oh yeah, that Visine is mean.
You incriminating yourself already, though.
Oh, you shouldn't say that. Don't
You
tell
should have
us.
just did it.
Don't tell us.
Don't tell us. You should have just done it.
Whatever you do, just do. Just don't tell us.
Oh, I ain't telling y'all. I ain't gonna do that.
We don't want to know. What's up with you, sir? How you?
Everything good, man. Just went to this outside. Where I go last night? Outside cookout out VA. There was a Belladonna, Familiar Faces.
Did you call me and say, Bill, what you doing?
It was just quick, just like that. It was like half the time I see you, I just see how you post it, and I ain't get a call.
You ain't see me post nothing.
Yeah,
Because I
okay.
ain't been nowhere.
I'm smoking. I like to see the fish. I like to see fish flopping and flipping around in the water. I'm smoking. You smoking? Oh, I almost choked out my gun. Lord, y'all I've been on the goddamn news in a minute.
Wait a minute, though. Where you see? Where I smoking? I wasn't smoking today.
Whatever them poses you put me in slow motion and you know what,
Yeah,
Bill?
you put a little light them up post up there today.
Yeah, light them up. Yeah, where was you at? I like to light up and be around fish.
I was no fish where I was at, though.
Okay, well, okay. All right, I'm you today. Yeah, okay, whatever. Okay, whatever.
I was at
Okay,
Charlie and
U.S.
Gloria's
Metro
house.
Access bus. Okay, you do a
He
whole
said
lot of
Metro
traveling,
Access
I see.
Bus.
What you say?
No, I just saw access buses pulled up right here, and it got into the conversation with somehow. It rolled out. I thought they were gonna pull right in front of me. In my
It's behind you right there. We see it behind your car there.
Nah, that's just he probably a nigga that took my motherfucking cigar. Oh no, he is behind. Yeah, damn, you got some good ass club. You sure you don't want to be on the team?
No, I'm good.
Sure. You help a lot of lawsuits. God damn.
Oh my God.
What's up, fella? What y'all been up to? What y'all been up to? Oh yeah, you been to where you go to the baseball game or something, bro?
Baseball game, no.
Basketball or something you're doing? Oh, that was the old picture you posted, like
Yeah, it was her birthday this week. It was her birthday this week. And I just put that collage together, her college life.
But it was also daughters. Yeah. So
National Daughters Day was yesterday, and those were different pictures I put up. That was the Redskins preseason game we went to.
Okay, yeah. Y'all won that game? Yeah, y'all won
that
game.
Won.
Yeah,
we did.
It. But I do want to talk to you though, Rose. I do want to talk how you gave your eulogy for the way y'all played.
Did you say my eulogy?
Yeah, y'all, whatever the fuck y'all call it. No, Bob told me that. Bob told me that's what it was. Whatever. But yeah,
I had to speak the truth. Yeah. We weren't supposed to talk about football day.
Yeah, but sometimes y'all you just gotta just calm down. I know you love your skin. Sometimes they're not worthy. They're not worthy for the shout out. Sometimes you just gotta let it go. Certain teams, you already know. I
spoke the truth though, but I spoke the truth. I said they suck.
The truth. Yeah, they suck. Yeah,
we absolutely suck. Yes, we do.
Okay, but we're gonna get okay. We already
let's leave that alone. Let's leave that alone.
The W ain't getting W's. Okay, we already understand that. Okay, good.
We got Atlanta. We got Atlanta next week in Atlanta. Hopefully, we'll.
Man, if y'all lose to Atlanta, I am going to. Oh, I'm flooding Facebook. I am flooding Facebook.
Okay.
Flooding it.
All right.
Okay.
I ain't making no prediction at all because who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah. Put your damn feet in. Yeah. What about you, Bill?
What?
So Bill gave a rundown already while we was waiting on you.
So you just straight up just ignore everything I just said.
No, I didn't ignore it. I mean, when you talk football, I don't want to hear your mouth.
Why? That's your team
because
too.
I know
That's
it is,
your
but
team too.
you have
Okay,
nothing
so you
positive.
get the, I understand you get
You have
telling
nothing
the truth.
positive to say, so I'm not listening to
Oh,
you.
okay, my bad. Okay, y'all uniforms look a little bit better.
See what I'm saying?
I mean,
You see what I'm saying? He has nothing
no,
positive to say.
no. So what? Okay, what was the lowdown that y'all spoke before I got here? You still
I
like a
didn't.
ball with you?
I did absolutely nothing this weekend. I've rested the entire weekend.
Yeah, I saw. It was my post a couple of days last. What was it, a couple of days this week. You say you like you was going through a storm or something. You all right? Everything good?
So, just so I could clear this up, because that post been going around for a minute.
Yeah, because Carla Goodman is asking Red, "Are you good?"
Yeah, we
So
want to
so
know.
so here's the deal. In the last month, people who have been close to me and around me, I have probably been to 7 funerals. That's enough to make you sit down and completely just have a whole moment. And then on top of that, you gotta deal with your personal life and all of that. So it be rough sometimes. And I mean, everybody in here, that's why we're gonna talk about a lot of this stuff tonight. Everybody in here go through moments and they go through these these things, but sometimes you just feel like you gotta just reload, man. You just gotta say, damn. And it just be hitting you all at one time. And then a lot of people don't understand it. They don't get it. They be like this,
Yeah,
why you on call, or why you ain't pick up the phone, or why you don't want to do this, or why you don't want to do that. Slim, fat ass be tight.
Mhm.
And then on top of that, if y'all notice, a lot of the stuff that I was doing in the beginning, always on Facebook, this, that, and the other thing, posting, doing the videos, all that, bro, back at work now. So now I'm back at work on top of all of the negative stuff that's happening, and then trying to deal with the personal life as well and all of that. That shit hit you like a brick.
Mhm.
So sometimes you just need to come in and you just need to reconnect. You just need to just let go and just be like this, man. I just don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to deal with. You just don't want. And then every now and then you just put it out there. You just want to say something. I mean, it might be my way of just exhale. And you know what, Slim, this it. But I don't have corona. Thank God. I ain't sick. I ain't none of that. It was just the month of September was a beast. The month of September, man upstairs said he needed some good folks, and he came and he got them, and he took them with him. So, but in the long run, I got y'all, and y'all niggas been there for me since day one. So, and then on top of that, we had that the funeral with Big D probably was it for me. And then after that happens, it's a friend of ours that's in a group named Mashima. And I don't want to put her on blast, and I'm not gonna get into details, but she
yeah.
lost her son.
Oh yeah.
So
Wow.
I
that right
already
there,
know
and that just, so I'm good. I'm good, and I'm trying to get back in it and get back in the swing of things and get back on track or whatever. But I'm all right. I'm good.
Good
that.
man.
Well, that's
Good.
good.
Trust me, I'm
Well, I'm
good.
good.
I'm
I'm
all right.
glad you're good. But can I say one thing into you being good? It was always told that this it ain't for you to carry all that burden on yourself. You can't carry all them problems. You
Man,
can't
you
carry all
right.
that stress. You can't carry all those worries. You can't carry all that hurt. That's why you got to give it to the man upstairs, so he can make your life, so you can continue to live your life and your best life, and let him deal
Mhm.
with all that. Let him
Yeah.
structure all that. Let him build and all that. Let him take all that pain and hurt and that you're going through, so you can continue to glory and give him all the glorify him and all that he do. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Y'all can say what you want to say about me, but one thing about Mr. Jones, I am spiritually grounded. I am spiritually rooted, and I know what I need to go to when I'm going through a situation that's going to hinder me, hurt me, or disturb my spirit. So I'm just telling you, man, if those are listening, give all that you got to God. Let him work that out, man, because we can't do it. Well, our arms ain't that big, and we ain't that strong to take care of all that. So that's what you gotta
Right.
do, man. That's all I'm trying to tell you, man. like I say, all those people that passed away, all those people are in better places than they ever will be. Because where we at now is not a good place to live. But those who passed on to be in the presence of God, they're in a great and they're in a wonderful environment. And I thank God for taking them. But I pray God that He keep me so I can continue to speak and continue to do the things I need to do to uplift those who are going through their storm.
Yeah,
That's all, Chad.
because Wednesday when we came from the funeral,
Mhm.
and y'all know me, man. I'll post in a minute. I'll put something up, and I had all these pictures, and I wanted to say all this stuff, this, that, and the other thing. But
Couldn't
you
get out.
cleared, you covered it. It wasn't even no need for me to say nothing. So I was like, that's when you had the moments where Nick Chris got me. I'm good. So I'm all right. He said everything that needed to be said. I don't need to say shit. I'm good. So
Yeah, man. Yeah.
we back
I
on the
got you,
move.
big home. I got
I
you,
know you
Shay.
do. I know
I
you do.
got you.
And for
Start
as
posting
much
videos though. Get
as
them
much
damn
as
videos out there.
see, look, he can't have one good moment where it just keep going. But as much as it, y'all see me and him go back and forth at each other, and we be and if please understand that it's all love. Me and this dude has known each other for a very long time. When I tell y'all we brothers and brothers argue and fight and go back and forth, that's me and him, and that's how it be, and that's how we do it.
Yeah.
But I do know that when it's time for things to happen, he gonna be right there, and he got me. So we good. I'm all
I
right.
got you.
But
I
that
got
this
you.
is clear all
Because
that
I
up.
sat back. I said, because I had to sit back and I really saw the relationship that you and Big D had.
Yeah,
Y'all had a real relationship. And I was like, you know what, my man, he gonna go through that. Yeah. You know, I know him through other, I known him through other things, but then also known him. I got closer to him dealing with BMU.
yeah,
And I thank God for BMU for bringing me closer to him. Because it's one thing for sure. One thing I'm gonna tell and you were witness. He spoke about us on the regular when we
yeah,
wasn't even talking about us. When we wasn't even
yeah.
on there. And everybody let me walk up in that joint one day. He's like,
He said
"That's
that's BMU
BMU.
right
That's
there.
the BMU guy. What's up, BMU?"
That's it. And I'm
That's all
gonna
they
say
spoke
this.
of. People I
I'm gonna
ain't
say
even
this.
know.
He definitely was sent
Yeah, so
home
that's all. That's
in
all,
style.
man. I'm
He
just gonna
was
let you know,
definitely
man.
sent
He's
home in
doing a
style.
good job. Don't let it stress you out.
Yeah, no, and I'm not gonna do that. Like I said, man, I'm back on track with things, and we good now.
Still
You
want to
know,
know
like I said,
how Renee Jones so clear and ours keep doing this.
what?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
It's where you at, cause me and Rose
Yeah,
fine.
I want to know why they get the good stuff.
Who?
We like our spy.
No,
When
we
one of the
good.
spies get all the old stuff and
Hey, so we good on everything else. We don't need to talk about nothing else, do we?
No, I think we're good for now.
So let's talk about the topic of the night. And I'm gonna ask y'all real quick if y'all got any questions and if y'all got any statements that y'all put in, make sure y'all put y'all name with it.
Andrea's in here too. He wanted to bring her on.
I was just asking her to send her the link so she could come in.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, man, I'm getting ready to send it so she can come on in. There you go, Andrea. It's coming to you next. So you can come on in. So yeah, so whatever than that, man, I'm good. I missed all the Asia's parties and everything.
Me too.
Asked Asia, who was part of the group, it was her birthday weekend, and she had a party at Hard Rock. She had a party on the boat with the comedians. Man, she done had so many parties, and I missed everything. So but I talked to her and we good.
Good.
But she know what's going on. Like I told y'all, man, this job be beating my ass.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Right. Who else? We got any more new people here before we get started? I want to make sure we acknowledge everybody. We got a whole lot of new people.
Yeah, we got Vicky from Kentucky's in, Carla Goodman, Daryl Combs, another fella is in here with us. I think I said Pat is in here, Andrea's in here. That's all the people I can see for now.
Okay. So let me ask y'all this. What do y'all know about mental health? Let's talk about that.
I didn't say I'm crazy. Fuck.
Nah, you ain't crazy. You just slightly touched a little bit, but you ain't crazy.
That's like a broad question you're asking. Like, what do you mean? What do we know about mental health?
So I'm the thing that I want to talk about when Andrea pretty much he should come in, gonna run this whole entire thing because she did. Good evening.
Hi. Hello. Good evening. How are you guys?
So
what's going on, Jody?
How you?
Who is the Cowboys?
That's Chris.
Oh.
Cowboys always in the building all day, all night.
Okay. Hi. How y'all? How was your Sunday?
It was all right. How you?
Good.
So we were getting ready to get on the topic and talk about mental health, and we thought you would lead us into this discussion.
Yeah.
And we will follow your lead, and we will have everybody in here join in, and we will make this a topic that we will discuss and talk about.
Okay. Yeah. So September is Mental Health Awareness Month. I got to look on my calendar. I think it was either September 10th or the 12th, I believe, was Suicide Awareness Day. But the reason why mental health is important to me is because, for those that don't know, my son will be 24 in December, and he had brain surgery when he was 1, and he's had a lot of follow-ups and appointments and all kinds of things or whatever because he did sustain some brain injury after his surgery. So I took it upon myself to take as many classes as I possibly could to understand brain development, mental health, all those kinds of things, just so that I could be as supportive, and everything to him as possible. And so I've learned a lot over all of these years. Like 1 in 5 people across the entire world will have some sort of mental health crisis at least once in their lifetime. So that's a lot of people. Even if we look at our group, I think the last time I saw the number of people in our group, I think there were like 845 members, right? Yes. So if we look at 1 in every 5 of us, right? 1 in every 5 of us either have or will experience some sort of mental health crisis. It doesn't mean you're going to have it for a long period of time. It means that you will experience it. Also, I'm in the HR field, as you guys know. They joke with me about that on here, but that really is my field. That's my practice. And we just did a study. So we did a pre, during, and post-COVID study. And the number 3 reason that if you guys have been following the news and you heard about what's called the Great Resign, or the Great Exodus, or basically people not wanting to go back to work or quitting their jobs in droves, the number 3 reason was mental health burnout. People are just tired, right? They're exhausted mentally from working, right? Not feeling appreciated, not feeling like they're paid what they're worth. For people of color and for women, they cited reasons like feeling like they have to conform, that they can't be their authentic selves at work. All these things bring on great amount of stress. And then, of course, we've just gone through, and we're still going through, an unprecedented global pandemic, right? So none of us have lived through anything like this before. That's forced a lot of people into isolation. So meaning whether people lived alone already, right? And so they were forced to literally be in total isolation because they couldn't go to work, right? They couldn't go to the library or wherever they go to socialize. Also, it magnified all types of abuse because people were stuck at home, right? They're stressed out and things like that. So all kinds of domestic violence abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, things like that was through the roof. And all of the mental health providers are maxed out because there are not enough providers to support people, right, in the needs that they have. And our poor children are going through this as well, right? Because, they literally had to stop going to school, seeing their friends, talking to their friends, right? Socializing, doing all the things that they enjoy doing. And that's part of their development. And they were forced to be stuck at home, right? And even now, with a lot of them having to go back, wear masks and things like that, that's very different for them. It can be very restrictive, you know what I'm saying, and things. So it's a lot that goes into the mental health space, but I'm very passionate about it. And if you guys are my individual friend on Facebook, you know, I post things all the time about being an advocate and try to share information and knowledge and statistics, because in our country, and it's a Western thing, we stigmatize mental health. We make fun of people. We call them names like crazy or nuts and all that kind of crazy stuff. That's just ridiculous. And that stuff needs to stop. That's why people don't try to get help. In the Black community, we think we can pray everything out of everybody. I am a prayer, I am a believer, but some things do require help from a professional, right? And so people are literally dying because they feel like they can't come forward, talk to somebody or get help because they'll be laughed at, they'll be talked about, right? They'll be stigmatized, they'll be isolated, there'll be all of those kinds of things. And I just think that's just complete ridiculousness. Seriously, we do not do that to somebody that has cancer, that has diabetes, right? That has lupus. We don't do that to any other people other than people who suffer from mental illness. It's an illness, just like anything else, right? Like alcoholism is an illness, right? So we need to get past some of the nonsense and some of the foolery, and it all starts with education, right? Knowledge and education. And I've always been there for people. Like my door is always open. My number is available. Like people know. And there are people in the group that have reached out to me before for things like that, whether it be for themselves or for a loved one or for a friend. And it's a no judgment zone. And I think the more that we can all get into that mindset, the better we'll be. And the more that we will see people come forward to get help or to disclose. So I don't know. That's my little soapbox commercial. I don't know if that was too much. I don't know.
It's giving us the info that we need, and people who don't understand it or who don't know about it, hearing you talk about it and hearing you putting it out there and coming from experiencing it in the now, it's one of those things where you need to hear from somebody like you. And if you're dealing with it, and let's go back to the whole thing as far as this no judgment zone thing. That's what this is.
Yeah.
So if you want to talk about it, this is what it's about. Tonight, it ain't about us, you know, yeah, we're going to giggle, we going to crack jokes and have a good time or whatever. But this is the part of the group where we say to you, if we're going to talk and we're going to be here for you, like Chris said, that we here for everybody.
Yeah.
So this one of the things where you might not have somebody at home that you want to talk about. You might not have somebody at home that you want to get it off your chest and you want to say, but you want to talk about it here, it's here. It's us. We ain't judging. We ain't none of that. And if there's anybody in here who can help you, that's what we're here for, to help you in situations like this. As far as it goes with me with the whole mental health thing, I have looked at it in so many different paths and ways and never really sat down until today when I asked you and I was like, we're going to talk about it. You said, I was, damn, you know, somebody never really sat down and talk about it. I started reading about it. You know what I'm saying to myself, this a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just learn this in 24 hours. This is something that you need to learn about over a course of time.
Yeah.
And there's so many different ways. And then I was looking at all of the different ways, and then we were talking about the whole, you know, like going back to work thing or whatever, and all the situations with people, you know, who get to work and you know how we are. You get to work like this. I'm sick of this shit. I don't want to be in no more. I'm tired of it. And all these things happen, and they drive you to a point where you just don't know what to do or don't know what to say or don't know who to reach out to.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's going to be Awareness Month, we want to make sure that our door is open so everybody can talk about it, and we're here to talk about it and help as many people as we can. We not, and let's just put this here, we ain't no therapists.
Right.
We ain't no professionals.
Right.
We none of that. But what I will tell you is, all of us that's in this box right now, we're your friend. And if there's something that you want to talk about and there's something that you want to get out there and get off your chest, we right here to talk about. Rose, what did you have that you wanted to say earlier?
No, I didn't have anything I wanted to say earlier.
No, I'm saying you said you had some notes. You said you had some notes stuff about it.
No, I mean I just have a general knowledge of mental health issues. I don't have in-depth knowledge like Andrea does. I still myself am looking into certain aspects of mental health, like the difference between I don't know. You know, anxiety is a form of mental health.
Right.
Depression sometimes anxiety and depression go hand in hand, but they're two different things. So I mean, even though you may hear doctors and hear people say, "Oh, they have anxiety and depression," okay, that means there's two things that they have, not just one, but two separate, different type of mental conditions that they have, and you just have to understand what it's all about, educate yourself about it, so that you know how to handle individuals who have that, whether it be your family members, friends, co-workers, whatever. You just got to be able to know how to handle that type of situation, because not everybody can handle that, and not everybody has the patience for it. A lot of people, just are like, to hell with it. I'm not dealing with that. I'm gonna move on. Nah, it's deeper than that. It's not.
Right.
That's not how you're supposed to act. You're not supposed to be that way, because all that person that has that condition is going to do is feel that you're not a safe zone for them. So then they know how to
Right.
get you off, and they'll just go on somewhere else, or just internalize and deal with themselves. But that's just the basics that I know of it. There's a lot
Yeah.
more that I need to learn. I need to educate myself on. So that's all I was saying earlier.
Nicole Solomon said that she is a survivor of 3 brain tumors.
Oh, wow.
So,
Wow.
And that is. We got a lot of people in here who got a story. And you know what I used to say when we first started this? I was saying, like I used to tell Rose and Chris all the time in the beginning, everybody in here got a story. We could take 1 hour and a half and put one person in a block, and they could tell their story, and it'll be a complete book.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, this damn. And it's getting to know them, but it's getting to know things that you just really didn't know about a person who you see their face in that little box, and you say to yourself, oh, there's such and such, they in the group. But then when you hear him talk, you be like, this damn.
Yeah.
Like nobody would have never knew that about her, and she just shared that with us, and everybody knew that about her. But then when you see her name, you'll associate that with her and be like this.
Yeah.
She a fighter. She true with it.
And I was going to say, thank her for having the courage to share that, right? Because, going back to the whole HR space and all, I was just coaching at a diversity conference just a couple of weeks ago, and one of the key speakers was from the Office of Disability, right, from the White House. And she, of course, is a person who has a physical disability, right? You can see her physical disability, but she was talking about the numbers, and they were staggering. I think the number she said was almost 70% of people in the workforce have a non-disclosed disability. Non-disclosed. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean mental health, right? That could be, a lot of different things. However, that's a lot of people. That's damn near 7 out of 10 people, right? That are dealing with something, you know what I'm saying? So, that's why when I always post, I always say, make it a radio on purpose, right? Because my son has died on the operating table and is still alive, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. So I understand, every day is precious. And so, to Nicole, you are a fighter. You're here for a reason. Thank you for having the courage to share that, because you don't know how you might be able to help or support somebody else in the group now, right? Or who might be coming to the group. And even just let's talk about things like the whole purpose of the group, right? Big Men United. A lot of people, especially a lot of guys, because I think it's natural for us to think that a lot of women go through this, but a lot of guys go through this in silence with the body shaming, right? Because again, Western culture, you're supposed to look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? They have the charts, the BMI charts. And they have all these things that like you said, to talk about putting you in a box, you know what I'm saying? And so it's easy to compare yourself when every time you see something, Instagram, Facebook, television, magazine, whatever, somebody doesn't look like you, you know what I'm saying? And so that does lead to a lot of people feeling bad about themselves, you know what I'm saying, getting depressed or whatever, things like that, because they feel like they're supposed to look a certain way. And I just, again, I think it's all about, the more we know, the more we can combat that. But if we don't know, we can't help, right? We can't share. We can't, you know what I'm saying? Like Rose was saying, we can't give grace and space, right? If we don't know. We just make judgment and we assume.
I want to challenge everybody who's listening and who will watch this, that's in this group. If there is one piece of information that you can go look up and find that you think that's going to be informative to somebody about mental health, post it. Put it up, and then that way everybody could read it, and then everybody will it's almost like us being educated by all of us. We all teaching each other something. We all going out and we looking for information where everybody can find something that they might think that is suitable enough for all of us to be able to learn. As far as in a nutshell, it's a disease, and it's teaching us about this disease. So it's important for us to be able to learn as we go. It's just one of those things where, and I hate to go, I'm keep referencing D when I say this, but I got a clip that I'm gonna play and I'm gonna put up so people can see it. When we went to visit and all of us were together, and he sat down and he was having a conversation with me, Chris, and Rose, and all he was telling us was the way that we move and how we move things and how we teach each other. And if we can't teach each other the right way about all of the things that we know and we learn as we go, then we're not doing what we were supposed to do. So with that being said, let's do that. Let's teach each other something and let's learn something. And let's put it out there, because if this gonna be the month, if September was the month, because I think October is cancer, is
breast cancer awareness.
breast cancer, and so I want to definitely attack that as hard as we can, because like I said, that hits Chris hard, and I wanna stand strong on that. If there's walks or if there's things that we could be a part of and we get out there, we need to do it. We need to start being unified as one and start showing up in numbers and saying that BMU here, just like all these other groups that show up and do things to show our support for all these people who need the help. I mean, even though we need it ourselves, but we here to do it. Because
September, they do every September. I have to get the date, but anyway, every September they do have a very large suicide awareness walk. It's a national walk, right? People, it's across different locations across the United States, but there is a big walk for that. It brings a lot of awareness, right, to people that are not aware, right, or might have, certain beliefs or have certain myths about it or whatnot. So again, what we call it, erase the stigma, right? That's the hashtag, right? Erase the stigma. And then also NAMI, NAMI, so N like Nicole, A like Andrea, M like Mary, I like Oscar.org is a great organization. It's a nonprofit. That's what they focus on, right? Is mental health. They actually have all kinds of free resources at every level, right? So for every age, every demographic, they have Spanish speaking, they have all things you can think of. They actually have programs where they can go into the school, right, and teach the teachers and the staff and everything, right, what to look for in children, because yes, children also do have mental health needs. And what they do, especially for our children, is they call them special ed, right? They call them bad and stuff like that, right? That's facts. I can give you statistics as soon as I hang up this phone on that. But NAMI has all kinds of programming. None of it costs one penny. They also have support groups, right? So for different, like Rose was saying, right, for anxiety, for depression, for whatever it is, okay? They have support groups that people can belong to, for parents. They have all of those kinds of things. And then also they have different toll-free hotlines. So if someone is having a crisis, or if you think someone's having a crisis, there are numbers and things like that you can call, you can speak confidentially, whatever. And then also in the United States, if you dial 211, 211 is a free resource that should connect you to all kinds of different health and human services. So anything from if somebody needs help filling a prescription, right, or anything, just think of anything health and human services related. If you dial 211, they will help you connect with information, resources, tools, etc. So those are just two resources that I give my clients, right, or give other people all the time. Again, it doesn't cost anything but your time, right? And so those are things that people can start using right now if they need to.
Nicole said that Nicole Jordan said, I think the walk is called Out of the Darkness.
Yes.
Out of the Darkness Walk. That's what it's called.
Yes. Thank you, Nicole. Yes.
It's called Out of the Darkness Walk.
Yeah.
So if y'all got any questions, or if y'all want talk about it, we open for it. And like I said, we're not no therapists. We not no doctors and all that. But we just figured that this will be one of them nights where, we push the pause button for a minute and be real and be serious. Because a lot of people don't think that we can be. They think we just all fun and games and silly. But we got a serious side to us. And this something, like I said, these September and October are heavy months for a lot of things. And because we've been going through so much, especially myself and everybody else, and this whole COVID thing, it's just one of the things where we just really need to kind of focus and ground ourselves and make sure that we touch bases on some things that's real. And mental health is real, cancer is real, just depression, all of that. And truth be told, it's so many people who depressed and don't even know it.
That's right.
They don't even know that they depressed.
That's right.
and you sometimes figure it out and you can see it when you just sit down and you can have a conversation with somebody and they go straight left field. They'll talk about 25 different things, but they be so deep into the conversation that they just was looking for that one person to talk to and get it off their chest. It's a form of depression. Because you hold it within and you don't want to let it go. But then when you finally get to that safe place where you want to be able to talk to somebody and be able to let it go, it releases in so many ways. And so, like I said, man, this is for us to be able to do it. Thank you, Pat, for putting this up there. I'm gonna put this on the screen so y'all can see it. The National Association of Mental Health.
Yeah, thank you, Pat.
There it is right there. So y'all can go ahead, that right there. The 211 thing, we're gonna put that up too, so they can. We're gonna post a lot so everybody can see it. And we're gonna talk about this, like I said, throughout the course of for the duration of September and October. We're gonna touch bases on a lot of different things, so everybody can understand and know what's going on.
Because the way it shows up a lot in little children is they'll say things like, my stomach hurts, right? Or I have a headache or whatever, right? Because they don't know how to express themselves. You know what I'm saying? They don't know, think about it. If we're adults, right? And we're not comfortable talking about it, children aren't comfortable either, right? And they might not know what's going on. What I learned in my classes through NAMI is that everybody's brain, male and female, continues to grow and prune until you turn 25 years of age. So that means, right, that your brain is always changing and things like that, right? You're not fully developed as far as your brain is concerned until you're 25. That's why for a lot of people, they don't start to really exhibit a lot of the symptoms of mental illness until they get closer to that age range, right? For example, perfect example. If you guys think about a lot of the times when you hear about college age students, right, committing acts of violence, right, or doing certain things, that's that prime age, right, where those symptoms, because a lot of things, right, they're coming out of puberty, they're going through a lot, right, and so a lot of the times that's when you see or you hear about those kinds of things happening. Then we have a lot of veterans, right? A lot of veterans go through a lot, you know what I'm saying, of trauma, right, and tragedy and things like that, and exhibit symptoms. Again, they're stigmatized even in the workplace, right? There are a lot of people, we have to do so much education with people about hiring veterans because they think whatever they think, you know what I'm saying, with PTSD and all these other things. Well, the average person can have PTSD, right, because of something that they've gone through. You know what I'm saying? If you've ever dealt with a narcissist, then you probably have some symptoms of PTSD, right? And I'm sure if I asked a lot of the ladies here in the group, the sisters in the group, they can say that they have dealt with something like that. But again, it's all about education and awareness. Again, erasing the stigma, providing, like you said, tools and resources, you know what I'm saying, so that we don't have to suffer in silence.
Pat was saying too that your health insurance will also cover the cost of seeing a therapist or counselor or a social worker. And you are so right. And a lot of I ain't gonna say everybody in here got good insurance. If you don't, you got some type of insurance with somebody that's have some type of connection where you can be able to reach out and use those type of things. And it ain't embarrassing to say I need to see a therapist. It ain't embarrassing to say I need to see a counselor, and it ain't embarrassing to say I need to see a social worker.
But here's the thing, though. I'm sorry, if they don't have health insurance and they need mental health support, they can call their local social services department. and tell the person. In some communities, it's called Community Services Board or CSB. Some places it's social services. Every area is a little bit different. But anyway, all of them have free resources for people, especially if you think you're in a crisis, right? Or you're in a crisis, or if someone is in a crisis, they have resources available to you at no cost, whether you have insurance or not. So that is something that basically is no excuse, right? You know, you got to move forward with, like you said, not feeling embarrassed or like you're going to be judged or whatever. I mean, we're literally talking life and death here, literally, because some people, exhibit symptoms and they don't even know they're exhibiting the symptoms. You see what I'm saying? So that's dangerous, right? And especially for us people of color, because we're already at a higher risk of being profiled, hurt, shot, killed, beaten, whatever. Again, I could share with you a million stories, right, about different people who have disabilities, right? Mental health challenges. And that's something, that we're all trying to work on right now is instead of deploying the police, that they deploy, like Pat was saying, right, a therapist, a social worker, or somebody like that, because that person is trained to de-escalate the situation. I will say this. If you do have to call the police, because sometimes that's necessary, ask for what's called a CIT, Crisis Intervention Training, I think is what it stands for. It doesn't matter. CIT. Ask for a CIT officer. Those are officers that have raised their hand, because it's not mandatory, but those are officers that have raised their hand, that have gone through special training through the police department to know how to communicate and de-escalate someone who has a mental health crisis. So they've been specifically trained, right, to look for, different behaviors and symptoms and things like that. I've had to use them a lot of times for my son. And I can tell you, it makes a big difference. You know what I'm saying? The way they talk to someone, you know what I'm saying? The way they treat them. And a lot of times for people with mental illness, they just want to be treated like everybody else, right? They want to be treated with dignity and respect. They want to know that somebody, like you said, is listening and can understand them. Even if we can't really help them, they just want to feel heard and seen. Because that really is, I call it the invisible community, right? Because you can't see, it's not like we walk around with signs on our head, you know what I'm saying? You can't see a mental illness unless someone is presenting symptoms, symptoms, just like, if you smoke cigarettes for 20 years, you're probably going to get a cough, you know what I'm saying? Or have CPO, whatever that stuff is called, but they're exhibiting symptoms too. So they need to be, treated with empathy and sympathy, just like somebody else who's exhibiting symptoms from some other illness. And we typically don't do that.
I think somebody had posted, and again, I tell y'all, put y'all name so I can acknowledge who posting this information. But somebody just posted and said that the hotline for the District of Columbia is 311, and it's on the screen, and they just put that up here. So Pat is posting a lot of websites for people who, and like I said, not for us to say that somebody in here crazy or losing their mind or not. We're not doing this for that. We're doing this because Pat just now put up a website. Somebody in here might need to send this website to a friend. And this way it starts. This is how it starts. This is the part where you hang up the phone or you get offline at night and you say, well, I've been thinking about it for a long time, something that bothers me. I'm going to go ahead and ask this person or this particular person, or say to my friend, if you need some help, just hit this. And I know you say you don't, but just to be on the safe side, check, just to make sure you're good. And that you're going to be all right. Because what we don't want to see is, and what I definitely don't want to see is, me wake up, and I'm going to tell y'all what I'm tired of. I wake up in the morning and I scroll down Facebook and I see an RIP. That is the most depressing thing that I can see on Facebook every day. And when you see it, it's just like, it's so many different things that could prevent a lot of things from people having RIP put up on their name. And if mental health is one, send them a website, do something like that. If it's COVID, tell them to go get tested. Tina Moultrie sent me a video of a gentleman who had a testimony that I'm gonna post, and I'm gonna put it up so y'all can see that too, about COVID and about getting tested and things like that. It's a lot. And I can definitely tell you that COVID thing has sent a whole lot of people into a whole lot of depression and a whole lot of mental issues because you just don't know. It's one of those, if you ever played roulette, you don't know what number going to drop. It's just like when outside, if you don't wear your mask, you don't know if you're going to get it or not. You gambling with your life when you go out there if you're not taking the precaution and the necessary procedures in order to be safe and stay out of the way of things of that magnitude. And right now, it's dropping jokers like flies.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
And I know
I said, it's all different kinds.
a lot of us are parents of Black boys. And I can't Google it right now because I'm on the phone. But if somebody looks it up now or later, the rise in suicide for Black boys is increasing significantly, and young Black boys. So whether you are parenting them, you know what I'm saying? All of us know a Black boy, okay? All of us. It could be our neighbor, it could be whatever. Unfortunately, that is a growing trend that we want to stop, right? Seriously. We can all stop it because, again, right, we can ask them, you know, how was your day? How are you doing? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Just have a conversation with them. You know what I'm saying? Not what's wrong with you or no, you know, somebody's not going to share with you or open up to you if they feel like you're being punitive with them, right? Or prescriptive with them. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, as we all know, especially as parents, our kids will talk to other people. They might talk to us as well, but they're going to they have somebody, you know what I'm saying, that they can talk to about whatever, right? And so, I mean, that is a terrible growing trend with the Black boys is the rise in suicide. So we have the means, we have the opportunity to educate ourselves and to do something about that. And I think that it's our responsibility to do that, or they're not going to grow up to be in a group like BMU, right? Because they're not going to be here. You know what I'm saying? So, and I have a relative, you know, who I was very close with. You know, I grew up with him more like a brother. Very well educated. He had 4 college degrees. He had a wife and 3 children. And he was severely depressed, Rose, right? Like severely depressed. Now, he was like, he exhibited some symptoms, you know, as far as, you know, like you were saying, well, right, he just couldn't really find his thing, you know what I'm saying, as far as work, right? He had a little job here and there, but he really couldn't find his passion, right, his purpose. So as a man, he slipped into a severe depression, right? And went through a whole bunch of things with that or whatnot, was starting to bounce back, seemed okay. And his wife came home one day and found him hanging in the home, right? So, right. And he was young, very young, right? I'm only 44. Rashad was only, I don't know, a year or 2 older than me, maybe, right? And this has been a while ago. So now he has 3 children and a wife, right? So she was a widow in her 30s, you know what I'm saying? And these children have no father because he didn't feel like he had anybody that he could talk to.
Well,
right? Nobody.
I'm saying this again. We got 846 people in here. If you gonna sit here and tell me that you can't log on and click on the BMU group and can't find somebody here to talk to, and they ain't gonna talk back to you, you's a goddamn lie.
But it's not that easy though, Bill.
Yeah, you right. But
it's really not that easy.
You're right, but you gotta think about it though, Rose. If you social media right now is probably one of the biggest ways of gaining friendship and friends. You meet people online through these groups that you don't even know, but you meet them. You sit and you have conversations with them every day. They live in Texas, New Orleans, San Diego, Hawaii. They across the world. But what I'm saying is, if that's a way of starting to be able to open up and just have a general conversation and find somebody who you can talk to, it's a start.
And I agree with you. But the main thing that I've learned in studying this, when it comes to people that have mental health, it is having a safe zone, safe comfort, safe feeling, safe, blah, blah, blah. Right. Keyword is safe. So just because they know you, met you, talked to you and all that, doesn't necessarily mean that they feel safe talking to you. Right. So that's just one underlining thing that a person with mental health will be willing to associate themselves with in another person if they feel that they have that safe relationship with them, amongst other things. Safe is just being one very important factor.
And key, and Pat said the key thing. That's why building a solid network is a key to building trust and in safe spaces.
Right.
And it goes back to I guess we both trying to say is,
right.
If let's just, I mean, hypothetically say somebody named John, John Wayne joined the group and was like, this is a good group, and John Wayne probably got 25 different things that he going through, and he depressed like I don't know what, but he needs somebody to talk to, and he joins this group and he feels as though that he sees Pat and he go, let me reach out to her and talk to her, and they get to talking about just general things, and then they just start having general conversation. If John can be able to build a safe space and a network with her, and then she introduces him to a few other people, then he's building his network where he can be able to say, I want to open up and I want to be able to talk and I want to be able to say, maybe the people who I've just met can help me. What I don't want to do is, I don't want to stir nobody away from saying, you can't reach out and just talk to somebody. If you got somebody you want to talk to, if you got somebody who you feel as though that that can help you, talk to them.
And there are, like I said, there are anonymous, hotlines and things like that, right? So, because Rose, what you're talking about basically is, it's called the hierarchy of needs, right? Maslow is who, right? And so a big part of that foundation is safety, right? Safety, food, blah, blah, blah. But again, and that's what's feeding a lot of this great exodus, right? Of this great resign from work, right? That's the study that we found also, is that people don't feel psychologically and or physically safe, right? Like you said, Rose. So they're like, you know what? I'm just not gonna go to work, or whatever. I mean, seriously. And some of them literally, right? It's to their detriment, what I'm saying? Because they need the income, they need whatever, but they don't feel psychologically and or physically safe. So it's the same thing that both of you are talking about. And so again, if you don't feel comfortable, if you feel like you have no one, or you feel like I am a big person who, it takes me a long time to trust people because of what I've been through, right? It really does. I have a small little circle. It's like that big, but I mean, seriously, that, but seriously, there are all kind of toll-free phone numbers and things like that, hotlines where you can be anonymous. There's even a text one. Like I said, I can't pull all this stuff up because we're on here, but there's even a text feature where you can text back and forth with an actual licensed therapist. You know what I'm saying? If you don't feel like you can talk to anybody else in the world, there are phone numbers and or text lines that you can communicate with someone in real time, and they will talk you through and talk to you about whatever it is that you're dealing with. And that's the other thing, right, is please don't think that it has to be something major like a death, or trauma no, you can get depressed for a lot of different reasons. A lot of people, a survival mechanism is to suppress what you've been through. And then it kind of starts to come out, with different things or whatever. So even if it's not presenting now, it can present at any point. And please don't think that, again, it has to be some major life event or whatever. Mental health doesn't care your area code, your zip code, your credit score, how many zeros you have in the bank account. It does not matter. Okay. Look at Robin Williams. Okay. We could go down the whole, and he, to people, right? He was considered one of the happiest people in the world, right? Yeah. He made us all laugh and fun, and he was suffering in silence. Look at all the people that were around him, but he still felt alone. That is pathetic. And I'm not blaming any of those people. I'm just saying that there are people amongst us in this group or in our lives in some capacity that are going through the same exact thing. That's why we say erase the stigma and knowledge is power, because there are always some signs. Like Rose said, right? People will give you little signs. They'll give you little signs. You might not pay attention to them, right? You might think, oh, it's nothing, or they're exaggerating. No. They're trying to ask for help. They just don't know how to ask for help, right? It could be an example. Someone has anxiety or depression or both, like Rose said, because a lot of times you have coexisting conditions. If you have two or more conditions for any medical condition, they're called coexisting, okay? So somebody could have anxiety and or depression. And here's how it could look. Y'all been planning something for a long time. You both looking forward to it. Everybody's excited. Da, 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 da. Come time. Boom. I can't go. Or
Yep.
I don't want to go. Or I'm sick. Or something came up. Well, guess what? That person in their heart, they really want to go. But guess what? That illness is holding them back for whatever reason. And what happens? The other person gets pissed off or mad or frustrated or whatever. That's natural. That is so natural, right? All the while, though, that person is trying to pull himself forward to go and do. That's a classic example, you know what I'm saying, of something like that. Another classic example is someone who is doesn't really show a lot of emotion in things. You know what I'm saying? We talked about this a little bit, remember on the last call about the hyper independence, right? Sometimes it can show up in ways like that, you know? So they always show signs. They might not come out and say, hey, I want to harm myself or harm someone else, but there are always signs. And everybody in the group, I can't see it, but I saw some things flash up. People are posting these resources and websites. Go and look them up. Because I'm willing to bet you have a coworker, you have a neighbor, you have a family member, right? You have a friend, you have a whatever that have exhibited these types of signs and symptoms. And when you go back, you might have a little bit of grace, right? Give them a little bit of grace and space because they don't do it on purpose. Think about it. Who would want to live in a space of sadness, right? Or anxiety or angst? You know what I'm saying? Or feel like they're always excluded, right? Like they don't belong, or nobody I know wants to live that way.
Right.
And trust me, nobody wants to be exhibiting these symptoms because that further makes them feel like they don't belong, right? It further magnifies and intensifies what they don't want anybody to know anyway. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's on us to learn and to know. And sometimes it's us, right? We're like just exhibiting the symptoms, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To other people. So it's just, I don't know. It's just that's one of my things. It just really is. And that's why, like I said, no judgment zone for me, because it could be any of us at any moment. It really could.
We have talked about this been a good conversation. And we already almost an hour and a half into it.
That's because I'm a talker.
I know,
Just
we
kidding.
know. We know you like to
Just
talk.
kidding.
But it's these are the kind of conversations that we need to have every now and then. And I ain't gonna say every now and then. These are the kind of conversations that need to take place, period. And like I said, it ain't always funny games. And it ain't always, you know,
Yeah.
where we want to laugh and joke and be silly and, you know, and talk shit to each other. Sometimes we gotta sit down and we gotta be there for each other. And what I can say is that the four of us have created a bond and a trust of that particular type of network that a lot of you all have been saying this evening. And if you can't build something like this, I mean, reach out and learn how, or ask, or find somebody, or it's not hard to do. You got a lot of people who be right in front of you, who will sit down and talk to you and be there for you no matter what.
Yeah.
And tomorrow when y'all get up and y'all go to work and y'all sitting at y'all computer or y'all sitting in the office and y'all saying to yourself, I'm sick of this shit. I can't do this. Remember this. It is always a situation that's worse than yours. Always a situation that's worse than yours. So be
Very
grateful and thankful for everything that's given to you and put in your way. Not only that, but just be grateful and thankful that he gave you another day to wake up and breathe the air on the face of this earth. That's
Very true.
all I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, that's true too.
And look at it that way. This has been a good conversation. And we got a lot of information that we're gonna put up, and we're gonna, like I say, I challenge each and every one of you if you true to this conversation and you true to this group and this game, right now I'm gonna tell you this. Help somebody. Go out there and find some information and post it and put it up there. Somebody gonna read it. Somebody gonna read it who need to read it. Somebody
True.
gonna see it and somebody gonna say, I'm glad they did this, even though I ain't say nothing or I ain't asked no question. Because as big as they to scroll across the screen and say, BMU family, got any questions, please ask. They've been going across the screen for the last 30 minutes. And you got a lot of people who talk, but you got a lot of people who sit and listen. Ain't nobody asking no questions. Like I said, we not the doctors, we not the therapists, we not any of that. But what we are resources that can put you in the right direction to people who can help.
Yeah.
And we know a lot, and there's a lot of people in who know a lot of people. So with that being said, I just want to say thank you. Thank y'all for having this conversation tonight. We really needed to, like I said, have this conversation and talk about it. And I appreciate everybody who commented and had something to say. And this conversation doesn't have to stop here. This feed is gonna be up. It's gonna be in here for a minute. You can go back in and get all the websites off of it. You can go back in and continue to keep typing and putting information in there, and people will see.
Yeah.
And so you can look at the numbers and you can see it don't be a lot of people on Sunday night who watch. But if you go back and you look through the course of the week and you go back and by the end of the week, a lot of people ain't go back and they look at it. So if they ain't hear it on Sunday, they hear Tuesday. Yeah. They don't hear Tuesday, they might hear Thursday. But they hear us. And they listening to us. So with that being said, Greg, we appreciate you.
Bye. Love y'all. And see, I love y'all because I kept clothes on today. I did wash my hair. I just didn't brush it. But I mean, I kind of did earlier. But anyway, I just want to make y'all laugh. Because y'all know I got it. I did. You said we can't, this was a heavy topic. So I'm trying to lighten it up a little bit.
You're right.
And anyway, y'all already know my dang on phone is blowing up every Sunday. I just like the bug in this room. Anyway, I'm joking. I'm so joking. I'm gonna get a lot of DMs about that. But anyway, all right, okay. Y'all have a good week. Love y'all. Bye.
All right. Bye. See y'all. Mr. Jones, you there? What's up, sir? You there?
No, I'm in there. Yeah, drop this shit.
Mr. Quiet Man. So what you think, bro?
Yeah, you said what I think? I mean, it was a great topic. It was a good topic.
It was a good topic.
Y'all quiet as a bird, boy.
I ain't got shit to say about the motherfuckers, man. The motherfuckers good. Some motherfuckers ain't got it. Some motherfuckers losing it. They gotta get it back. Simple as that. I'm going through all the other shit.
What's wrong, bro?
Nothing. I ain't say nothing. I'm good.
Oh, man, Mr. Jones, I tell you. All right, so look, man, we're going to wrap this thing up, man. We're going to call it a night. We appreciate y'all. Chris, what you got to say for the week, brother?
Y'all need to seek God. Shit.
That's what they need to do?
Pretty much.
Seek God.
Seek it. He's the only healer I know, Chan.
That's it.
Astronomical, atomical shit.
Okay. Rose.
Like we've been saying all day, we are here. If you need to talk, you want to reach out and just get things off your chest, et cetera, et cetera. We're here. Reach out to one of us, all of us, whoever you want to reach out to, whoever in the group you want to reach out to, please do. But don't go unnoticed, and don't go without reaching out and helping yourself by talking to someone, whether it be us, a professional. You have a litany of resources that's listed under this particular video. Go back to this video and look at all those things that are listed and see what you can use to help you through whatever situation you have. And, that's for anybody that has any type of mental anguish going on right now. just reach out and get some help for it, and don't try and do it on your own because you're not alone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thanks, sir. What can I say? I don't know what to say right now. I got so much to say, but I don't even know what part I want to stop.
Dig in deep and find it. You got it. You can get it out. Belch it.
It's what I want to say.
I'm gonna say something in a minute.
If I did not have you all, and if I did not have the family base that I have, I probably would be in situations that we've talked about tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all who close to me, who know me, know that I have gone through in the last year a rack of shit. And my world went from the top straight to it's gonna be all right.
You know, because you said the key word. You've been through it. You're not in it. You're through it.
I've been through it.
Keep moving.
So if there is somebody who can tell you that there is light at the end of the tunnel, you look at that. And I mean, it is there. Trust me. It is. It's gonna be all right. And as long as you stick with your faith, and as long as you do the things that we was just talking about, ask questions, just pray, and just get out there. You gonna be all right with it. Everything gonna be fine. And just know that we here. You got 3 dudes right here who we here, and we ready to help you as much as we can. I want everybody to have a good week. It's the end of the month. Be safe. If you don't have your shot, go get it. If you don't have a mask, go buy some. CVS got a sale with a box of 20. Shit costs $5.99. Everybody got $6. Take your ass, go get them. Keep them in your car, keep them in your purse, keep them in your pocket. Keep a mask with you.
Whoever took my cigar, I hope I'm gonna find y'all.
He's still working on that cigar. But all I want to say is, man, to wrap up a good night is, I love y'all. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all in the group, man. This been a Sunday where it ain't been all, shits and giggles like we always do or whatever, but it's been informative and we appreciate you. And all I want to say is thank you. I can't say thank you more than enough. Thank you. Thank you for being here every day. Thank you for being a part of BMU. Just thank you, period. And we will talk to you later on in the week. And we will talk to you probably later on tonight. I'm pretty sure next week we're going to probably hear from some more people. I know that for a fact. But it is Sunday. If ain't nobody told you that they love you, let me be the first to tell you that I love you and I appreciate you. Big Rose, I love you, big homie.
I love y'all too, bros.
Mr. Jones, love you to death.
I'm going to say, why everybody else getting love shit, I don't.
You are throwing in my side, but I love you to death. I swear.
You know what? My mind just can't be I love you. Okay, boy, I ain't got to be all the extra. Do you really want me to reopen up the show? I'm trying to tell you.
We close.
Yeah, they done did enough crying. Everybody know they're crazy. Let me go ahead and reopen this goddamn show.
We get ready to say good night. We gotta go.
How many of y'all had disease behind y'all head in the process?
We are out of here. We see y'all next Sunday. Y'all have
Rose,
a good evening. Good night. Good night.
Hey, working all day. Got you on brain. Thinking about the way you take my breath away. Just can't wait to get back on you. You just love to love me up and I'm